Alrighty, hey guys, we're just kind of out here in the sunshine. You know, we live in Florida, it's a sunshine state. But, we decided we wanted to actually talk about some things during summer. You know, everybody loves summertime, no school, you get 2 months off, I think. But, the best part about this is, it's the middle of January.
Yeah.
So, kind of to make you guys miss summer, we're gonna talk about it. You know, you get the nice temperatures. Everybody's, we're a little bit on the pale side. One reason why we're out here. But you know, pale is beautiful. So is tan. So is dark skin. Any color is beautiful, really. But yeah, so this past summer I actually went to Texas, which is really hot during summer. And whenever like I'm on summer break or anything where it's really warm, I usually go out to the river and we usually tube. And whenever I say tube, I don't mean, well, I mean sometimes I do both kinds of tubing, I guess. Where you rent a float and you just like float down the river, and then you get out of the river at some little drop off point type thing. But I also do the tubing where there's a boat that pulls you on the tube, and they
Oh, I've never done that.
I'll bring you out to my uncle's house because we always do it.
I've seen people do it, but I've never done it.
Actually, but be careful because, okay, I don't like tubing anymore, like the second kind of tubing I described with the boat, because one time I went tubing and it's called a nosedive. So pretty much, you hold onto the float, but you scoot all the way back whenever it first starts, and then whenever the boat starts going, then you kind of pull yourself forward. So it was me and my sister, and she loves tubing. She gets bruises from it and everything because she likes it very entertaining, exciting, eventful tubing, and anything. Like both my sisters, they'll pretty much it's a workout for them and everything. But one time I went tubing with her and we were both on the float and it nosedived. Well, this is the first time I've ever been on a tube where it did that. So I'm thinking, oh, I'm just gliding under the water holding this tube and then I'm just like, oh, should I let go? And then I kind of like remember realizing my sister wasn't there. So I let go. I'm probably like 10 feet away from her now, and I'm just like, whoa. So we tried again. We were just like, all right, maybe we pulled ourselves up a little too early, because that will cause it to nosedive. Tried again. Nosedived again. So that was a bad experience, but I'm getting better. I'm starting out slowly again. But yeah, so what do you usually do over summer?
Well, the first week of summer, well, it doesn't really matter anymore because I'm not exactly in school, but my family always takes a week and goes to the beach. Usually I'll take a friend. Hopefully it'll be you this year, but they're like, bring, no, I wouldn't bring Victoria. But we usually go to the beach for a week, and it's pretty entertaining until all the rich, snobby people get there. Because we usually go to a pretty high quality place.
Yeah.
It's nice. And they have 2 pools. They have a kid pool, which is basically the same as the adult pool, except the kid pool has that like really shallow end where it's like
oh yeah,
kind of like the beach,
like where like the bottom half of your foot is in it.
It's actually kind of nice. I like it. And they have hot tubs. They have a hot tub for the parents at the kids center, and then they have a little arcade room.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of boring.
Not with me there. It'll be exciting. I'll do the wobble up and down the hallway. And
they have a really nice restaurant in the little condo place. Because we stay in a condo. We stay in a really big condo. Oh, we stay in a really big condo.
But yeah. So another thing about summer is everybody likes to get in shape. So, during like the last week of school everybody's working out. They're just like, oh yeah, I gotta get in shape for summer. I'm gonna look so nice in my bathing suit. I'm lazy.
But you still look nice.
Thank God for high metabolism.
Right?
But,
oh wait, I work out.
So, for looking good in your bathing suit, alright, all sizes are beautiful, I think they are.
Except some of them should not wear 2 pieces.
That's your opinion. Alright, I think they look very nice in their 2-piece bathing suits.
No, it just goes to a point, okay?
Mhm.
Like, there was this one woman one time.
Mhm.
She was really, really pretty.
Yeah.
But she had a two-piece on, and her ass was hanging out. And then her boob fell out.
Oh. My dad actually has an ex-girlfriend. We called her the Terror. All right, that was her name in my mom's phone as well. But she wasn't exactly, she was kind of on the chubby side, and she had large breasts and everything. And so, for some reason, I don't know why, but she wore these really really small bathing suits, and we didn't understand because we went camping with her one time, and we were at the springs and everything. We were all like messing around. I was with my cousins and my sisters, and we didn't really like her, hence the name the Terror and everything. And she wore a really small bathing suit, and I didn't really want to see that because pretty much it was just like a little triangle. That's how I pictured it. It was just like a little triangle over her boob. There's another one over there. But yeah. Speaking of bathing suits, my sister actually, she recently went to the beach with two of her close friends. And they're all, walking around on the beach having a good time. And they see these girls, and, girls in their bathing suits, that's casual at the beach. But for some reason, girls have started wearing underwear for their bathing suits bottoms. You shouldn't wear a thong bathing suit, please. I don't want to see that.
Well, then you shouldn't go to Daytona, especially during spring break.
Alright, what's your story?
Alright, I was in Flagler, and my mom and I were going to this restaurant that we go to every year. We go to the beach. It's called Alfie's. It's really nice. I really like it. Anywho, you should go there. Anywho, well, on our way there, we got this, pretty nasty sight of this girl who looks 12 in a thong bathing suit. There were these people, there was some pretty big traffic.
Mm-hmm.
Someone actually paid her to go buy another bathing suit, and then another person drove up after them and then handed her a bathing suit.
That was very kind of them.
Right?
I'm glad we have people like that in this world that are kind enough to give girls who can't afford bathing suit bottoms bathing suits. That's real nice.
She was so mad.
But yeah, so what do you guys usually do over summer? I know it's kind of winter time and everything. Maybe hopefully.
But it's Florida. It's always summer here, technically.
we only really have like 2 seasons, and that's hot and warm. That's pretty much it. Although I know some people up north make fun of us because whenever it gets kind of cold, we layer up because we're not used to it.
So, I don't layer up that much.
Yeah, I don't need. Actually, I do. I layer up a lot.
You too.
But yeah, so just tell us some of your stories. Like, what do you usually do over summer? Does your family take a vacation, or have you seen anything really bizarre that people have been doing? Stuff like that. So yeah, just tell us what you guys normally do. That's all.